Once again, my name is Isaac Kasoro, and I'll be taking you through pasture conservation. After I've grown our pastures, the Chloris Guyana, the Mukuna, the Lablab, the Brachiaria, now we have to conserve this pasture because the animals will not feed on it only in the wet season when it's available, but we need it to go through even the dry season for us to maintain our milk production and get increased output from the animals. So now, as you can see, after we have harvested our grass or our Chloris Guyana or maize, in this case, you need to be mindful of the stage at which you harvest these grasses. You need to harvest, for example, the maize on this stage, just after flowering and just on fruit set before the cob is set so big, and then it can be able to be broken down by the animal, and then it can give us good silage. We can also have our Chloris Guyana harvested at 1 to 1.5 meters, this almost this height, and then this will give us good silage. So after harvested our grasses, we cut our grasses to a length of 1 inch. The smaller the length, the more preferable it is, but we advise 1 inch, and then this is the procedure. You can see we have our grass already cut here. After we've cut this grass, we're going to mix it with other ingredients, and these other ingredients, we're talking of molasses, talking of maize bran. Then we're going to compact it to make it airtight, because we want this grass to be kept in an airtight condition where we have minimum air. And we know one of the properties of air is that it occupies space. So once we give any allowance for space, which are going to cause this pasture that we have conserved to get bad. So if you want to keep it, we have to keep it in an airtight condition. So keeping it airtight, it means we're going to compact it in our bags. We'll cut it small, and then we add the ingredients. When you're adding the ingredients, you add molasses in parts of 1 to 3. 1 to 3 means if I add 1 kilogram of molasses, it means one kilogram of molasses means I have to add 3 liters of water. So if I'm talking in terms of liters, it means 1 liter of molasses to 3 liters of water. So those are 1 to 3 parts that we mix in order to get our mixture. So after I've cut this grass to this size, this is the grass that we're talking about, and this is for maybe someone might ask, why are we using this equipment here? We can use automated equipment to cut these grasses to give us this smaller size we're interested in, but because we are trying to give technologies that can be easily used by the local farmers, and they're locally available. They're cheaper to our farmers and they can easily use them. That's why we're bringing these technologies for you to be able to cut the grass to this smaller size, and then you're able to compact and make the silage. So these are the molasses that we're talking about, and you add 1 to 3 parts of the molasses. So you add 1, then you add 3 liters of water. If maize bran is available, you can also sprinkle maize bran around, then you compact. So after you've cut your silage, you've mixed it with the molasses and the water, you've compacted it, you're going to have a product that should look like this. Your final product should be looking like this. So if you look closely at this product we have here, this is good quality silage, and our animals can eat it. It is very sweet and then so attractive to the animals. You know, how do I get to this final product? I've cut, mixed with molasses in parts of 1 to 3. And now I think what will be the question is the airtight. Mutongama twetaga oruya rube mu bintu byaitu twahwire muno. Kine kintu tukitunga twamara kusala ebinyansi byaitu twabitema, twabitabula mu sukali guru, tutawire kichweka litemya sukali guru, twateka miniti 3 za maize. Obutwabitabura twabinyiga, twetaga tubinyiga embeho yone rugemo. Otwamara kubinyiga nkiba kyamani muno, tubyahole hantu no tutasokutasha embeho. Nucho tukuletire vera nkabuno oko kwasire kivere cha black umaze kisiba kurungi tikisokutasha mbeho wakisiba kurungi umukizinga kokokora tukizingira hano niko ebinyasi bito tumazire kusara twatabora ntubisesa muno ebinyasi ntubinyiga compact them tubinyiga embeho yona ne rugamu no mwikanga rugamu tukuma kubinyiga ntubisibira kima mute kurungi kibanka kebe niko tukuma kubisiba ntubamu akasumi ka hagati ya wiki 3 n'okwezi mwaka akasumi tubantu binihira kuba nibibambija kuterekereza kurungi nibisha kurungi nibisemera ente zetu nzibandi soko biri bine ebintu nsoko bikozesa ntukozesa ebicholi ntukozesa ebinyansi ebitubyeire ntukora ntusobora ente zetu nzibazatunga ebyokulya no tukuba tugenzere mu bwire bwo musana. The other technology that we're promoting is haymaking. With haymaking, what we're doing it is different from silage making, because after we have harvested our grasses, for example, Chloris Guyana, after you have harvested Chloris Guyana from the garden, now, after you have harvested it, you let it dry for at least 2 to 3 days, and you give it a moisture content of between 15 to 20%, or maybe below 15%. So at this moisture content, it's still palatable, it's still sweet to the animals, so the animals can easily comprehend it and they can feed on it. You can feed on this molasses or on this hay for a longer period of time in the dry season. So that's why we're promoting hay making. And hay is made locally. We're promoting these local technologies, and this is a hay bale. This is a box hay bale that we're using to make our hay. So abalimi bataibange nimbaterera n'abalisi nimbaterera mwetanire kukolera emiringo eno yokwawula ebinyasi. For me to get to this hay block or hay bale, this is the procedure that I'm going to follow. So I'm going to need strings. These strings you can get locally in the hardwares around, and then I'll need a baling box. And this baling box can also be made of okwanomanya kokubakora obuchuba bokora amatafali. Nosoga kokubakora kakachuba kokora amatafali ne bakora mu box nkeno yosokusiba mu ebinyasi byao. So this is the procedure we follow. You get our strings, then we add our strings into our box, then we tie them to the box. You do this either both sides, you do it across and vertical. You also do it this side. And then after you're done tying your strings on the bale, umaze kusibamo obugoigo bwabo kurungi noleta ebinyansi. Ate ebinyansi bino ebinyansi tukabitema. Niyo Chloris Guyana yabamba basoborore mukorora. Ate Chloris Guyana tukajikuza. The Chloris Guyana is this field. This is the Chloris Guyana. So tukabikuza twabitema. Byakuzire byakakwera kurungi bikuze biwele twabitema at around 2 to 3 months twabitema. Twamaze kubitema twabyomi. Twabireka byayoma twabireka mu field twabiha byomere nibe binyansi byaitu bene ati bine binyansi bokomazire kubitunga byomere kurungi no bizinga. You can notice they are not so dry, they are still moist. Then we bale them. This is the procedure we follow. We keep adding small quantities as we compact into tutekamu tunyiga. Hato tukumara kutekamu tukanyiga ntulekera obugoigo bwaitu ntusibe bale yaitu nebehoire. So we shall come to this bale ntubatumaze kuyiha product in K.